Hi guys, so I wasn't planning on filming today, but it's so sunny today and like such nice lighting, and I have to put on makeup to go to work later. And so I thought, why don't I just do like a completely impromptu get ready with me. As you can see, I'm wearing workout clothes. My house is messy. You guys are my friends. My friends, I welcome into my house without it being spick and span, you know? Oh boy, you guys, I am in a mood today. I am in a mood. Originally, I was like, well, if I do a get ready with me, what the hell am I gonna talk about? You know, sometimes you are literally talking to yourself in a room. That's what it's like. But I got myself worked up in my mind. You ever talk to yourself in your head and you just get worked up about stuff? I'm worked up. I'm worked up about self-esteem. I'm worked up about the way women talk to each other. I'm worked up about comment sections on YouTube. I'm worked up about just being kind in general. You know, one thing I've always prided myself on is being a kind person. And listen to me, that doesn't mean I'm a kind person all the time. Sometimes I'm an absolute bitch. And sometimes I'm super judgmental about other people. And you know what? As long as I don't say it to their face, at least I'm being decent. Do you know what I mean? Like, I might be a bitch in private sometimes, but I would never say something rude to somebody's face. I would never. One of my rules, by the way, I watch a lot of YouTube. One of my rules for myself on YouTube is never to leave negative comments in people's comment section. I don't care if I think they look like crap. I don't care if I think somebody looks like they gained weight. Whatever thought pops into my stupid head has no bearing on them or how they should feel about themselves or anything. And guess what? Just because you have a YouTube channel and you want to put yourself out there doesn't mean people get to have the right to be nasty to you. Now, let me calm down a little bit. By the way, I'm going to be using products that I'll put in the description bar because you know I'm worked up. I'm not going to have time to be telling you what I'm putting on my face as we go and what brushes I'm using and all that stuff. So anyway, just because somebody puts themselves out there on YouTube, they want to have a YouTube channel, they enjoy doing it. You know what? Let's switch this to the pronoun. Is that the right word? I. Because, you know, I know lots of people feel the same way that do YouTube. So, but I'm just going to talk about it from my perspective. I enjoy doing this. I don't make a living from this. I enjoy it because it's a hobby. I enjoy the friendships that I'm making on YouTube. I enjoy the feedback. I enjoy the interaction. I enjoy, you know what? I even enjoy criticism. I'm not against criticism at all. But there's one thing to be like, feedback because you actually really like somebody and you want to see them succeed. And then the other thing is to actually be like, man, you look like shit today. You know what? Normally I never swear on my channel. Normally in my real life, I never swear. It's just something I don't do. Not because I judge people. I actually don't care if people swear. It doesn't bother me at all. But it's just something I don't usually do. And so I usually don't swear on my channel. I think I've maybe done it once. And even in real life, like even my husband will tell you, like, I never swear. He can be a sailor sometimes, but anyway, you don't have the right to tell people they look like crap. Like, who do you think you are? Honestly, people should be ashamed of themselves. So the reason that I'm all worked up is not because somebody was like super rude to me and I'm, you know, really butthurt about it or anything. I just feel like, what gives you the right? Do you know what I mean? So it just, the more I think about it, I wasn't even mad when I saw the comment. I'll talk about the comments that I saw. But when I originally saw the comments, I wasn't even that mad. You know, people on YouTube say this a lot and it's true. It's really hard to ignore negative comments. It's really, really hard. And even though 1,000 comments will be good and so many of you leave the sweetest comments and they are so appreciated, like honestly they really are, that one comment that you will get every once in a while, it just sets you on edge and it can affect you for a long time. And honestly, you have no idea what my history is. You don't have any idea if I have depression, which I don't, by the way, but let's, like, just from your perspective, you don't know if I have depression. You don't know if I've been struggling in an abusive relationship, you don't know anything about me, right? Except for what I show you. And for anybody to say anything rude to anyone just because they want to put on makeup on YouTube, you know what? Normally I keep my mouth shut about stuff like this, and normally it doesn't bother me. But I want to tell you guys something. I was really bullied when I was younger, like daily bullied by girls and boys, and it was over my weight. And by the way, at the time I was not super fat. Looking back, oh my God, if I was that weight now, I'd be a happy camper. But you know how teenagers are, middle schoolers. In fact, it started when I was in the 6th grade. You know how middle schoolers can be. It can be brutal. And literally, I was bullied daily for grade 6, grade 7, and grade 8. Every single day. It was hell going to school. It was absolute hell. When my son, my oldest son, started going to school, I had basically a panic attack. Like in the weeks leading up to him going to kindergarten, I had a panic attack because I was so worried that he was going to get bullied like I did. And that was super tough to deal with. Like super, super tough to deal with. Oh my God, even just thinking about that, like, is putting me back there. But anyway, I was called so many names in middle school. It was awful. Luckily, well, actually in grade 9, in the 9th grade, I begged my parents to put me in a private school, like a religious school, because I was so scared about going to junior high, like so scared. And I begged them and I begged them, and they had to pay for it. Like it wasn't like gonna be free. So, you know, it was a huge decision. I didn't tell them it was because I was being bullied. They had, I don't even know if they have any idea, because I never talked about it ever to my parents, which is scary as a parent now, thinking back on that. Like, I'm like, oh my God, what if my kids went through something and never wanted to tell me about it because they were ashamed? It's so horrible. Like bullying is so horrible. It affects you for the rest of your life. It really, really does. Like, I would just take it and try to hide a lot of the time, you know, try to pretend I wasn't there, or try to pretend that somebody wasn't talking to me, even though they were calling me friggin' Tank. That was one of the names, by the way. Imagine being called that every day when you're like 13 years old. Ugh. Anyway, so, yeah, every once in a while I would snap back and be mouthy back, but it didn't happen very often. So yeah, now like just bullying in general, you know, I don't know what's going on in your life that makes you want to be that way. What I do know, or what I suspect, is that you're probably a very unhappy person. So you guys, it's not like anybody came over to my channel and was like, oh my God, you're so ugly and horrible, kill yourself. Although I know some people's YouTube comment sections get like that. I've had a few comments over the course of my channel. Very few, like honestly, very few. I could count them on one hand. But for some reason, the other day, reading these comments, you know what it is? It's like, do you guys think that I'm not here and I don't read what you're writing? You're talking about me like I'm not even here. Like, are you serious? Which I think is hilarious, because it's just like, okay. I'm pretty sure you know the person who you're talking about is gonna read this, so I don't know what game you think you're playing. But anyway, somebody was just saying that I had droopy eyes. Now, do you think I don't know that my eyes are downturned? I do know. I know that my eyes droop down. They've been that way my whole life. The first comment was actually like, not that bad. I think the girl was just probably mostly like, hey, do you know that this makeup look is making you look like this? And if you're like friends with somebody, and what am I doing? Am I doing the right, I'm not even doing the right steps. See, I'm so like worked up. You know, I'm your friend. I wanna know if you know this. I get that. Like, I'm not coming down on somebody because they're like being like, hey girl, your underwear is showing or something. You know, like you want your friends to be real with you and tell you the truth. I get that. But then the next person commented under, oh yeah, something like, she does this a lot, it's not flattering. Whatever. You know, it took me a long time to be happy with myself. Very, very long time. I remember like even about 20 pounds ago, lower than where I am now, being very unhappy with the way I looked, you know, and it's taken me a long time to be confident about myself. You know, I have come a long way and I'm very proud of the progress that I've made in my self-esteem. And I'll tell you something, like a lot of people say, don't rely on your man or your significant other or whatever for validation. And it's true, you need to be happy with yourself. But there is no way I would have been happy with myself without the way my husband has always looked at me. Like, it's one thing to feel good about yourself. You know, if you feel good about yourself, that's great. If you honestly don't need anybody else's validation to feel that way, girl, that is so good. But for me, the point that I was at, I absolutely needed somebody to come along and be like, you are banging, you're hot, you're sexy, I want to be with you, like all this, right? Like sometimes you need that to get you going. At this point now, like, you know, I love my husband. By the way, I think he's sexy AF and he thinks I'm sexy AF, and we are like, we're great. But at this point, if something happened, God forbid, and we were no longer together, I like to think that I would still feel really great about myself, because that is how I feel. Like, I don't feel like I need his approval anymore. But the thing is, geez, where is my brush that I need right now? My important brush. Okay, well, I guess Beauty Blender, it's time for you. I never usually put on color corrector with a Beauty Blender, so this will be a new experience. Anyway, at this point, I don't feel like I need him to tell me how great I am, because he's just done it so much over the years that we've been together. But I feel like now, like, I do have that self-esteem. Like, it has built up. And, you know, I'm more mature now. I see the world differently than I did when I was a lot younger. And that's a huge part of it too. So I don't know where these people are coming from that do this. And by the way, it's just not on my videos. You know, I go to my friends' channels and every once in a while I'll see a nasty comment somebody leaves about them. Or even like somebody like Tati, you know, like, she's just a woman trying to give you reviews on makeup. Like, do you really need to tell her that she looks old? Do you know how many times I see that comment in Tati's YouTube comments? Are you kidding me? Like, who do you think you are? Like, oh, you know what I did want to say about it? Is like, okay, no, I don't need you guys to tell me I'm beautiful and, oh, you love the way I look. Lots of you do that and it's so sweet, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm honestly here because I love interacting with you guys. I love interacting with people. And I love giving my opinions on things. That's why I do makeup. That's why I do reviews. I am not a tutorial heavy channel. Every once in a while I'll put out a tutorial because, you know, I did a look that I really liked and I want to recreate it, and I love editing tutorials. That's one of my favorite things, by the way. I love editing tutorials. But I'm not like a channel that is heavy on actually showing you looks. My focus is, you know, reviewing products and how they perform, and that's what I want to do. And you know, if that's not for you, if I'm not for you, you know, people say if you like it, don't watch it, but it's kind of true. But the way I want to look at it is more like, let's just part ways. If you don't like what I do, that's fine. Just part ways. I will wish you well. You can wish me well. There's no need to, you know, there's plenty of people on YouTube that I have unsubscribed to because I've just felt like at this point, you're not offering me what I need anymore, or I don't really trust your reviews. Not that trust, it's more like, you know, whatever you review doesn't work on my skin, or do you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. And it's more just like, okay, let's just part ways. I would never comment like, oh my God, you don't know what you're doing with makeup. I'm unsubscribing. Like, seriously, I see that a lot in people's comments. I watch a ton of YouTube, you guys. Like, I barely watch any TV. I just really love watching people on YouTube. I guess it's just because you have so many personalities you can find, and not everybody is polished, you know what I mean? Like, you just get like a whole spectrum of people. Oh, so this has been a huge rant and a huge, like, I don't know, just me spouting off. But hopefully, I don't want to say you guys, I hope you like it, but I hope that you can, I don't know, hear me and take something valuable. So very sorry about the sniffling. Normally I think that's disgusting, but I just can't today. Like, I just have a runny nose, okay? So I've said it maybe in one video before, but I wanted to say it again. I really hope that you guys feel good about yourselves. I hope that you don't feel like you need makeup. If you follow me on Snapchat, do you know how crappy I look most of the time? Like, honestly, I hardly ever wear makeup on Snapchat. You would think that I never wore makeup if you watched my Snapchats, but anyway, but I hope that you feel like you don't need to wear makeup to feel good about yourself. Like, believe me, I love makeup. I love, like, the way it can transform you, the way it can enhance you, enhance your features, you know, all that stuff. But I hope you feel like you don't need it for any reason. Like, I hope you're okay in your skin when you're just barefaced, you know? And I love you guys. I really hope you feel good about yourselves. So that's where I am. That's what I want to be. That's who I want to be. I want to be that kind person, you know what I mean? Like, when I say I prided myself on being a kind person, it's not because I am a kind person all the time, but I always have that somewhere in my mind, day to day, that, you know, I want to be kind to people. And it doesn't mean that I'm not, like, I don't lose my patience, even with my kids, you know? Like, sometimes I can be, like, angry and everything, but I don't know. I feel like at least if you have that goal, it's not really a goal, but at least if you are striving towards something, the more likely you are to get there. Do you know what I mean? So I just know that when I was at my most judgmental, it was always because I saw something in somebody that I did not like in myself. Honestly, anytime that I didn't like somebody, it was because they behaved a way that was something about myself that I did not like. So it just, isn't that, like, funny? And of course I can only speak for myself. I don't know what other people's problems are, but I know that was my problem for so many years. And like I said, it took me so long to feel good about myself. And even though right now, like, if you follow me on Snapchat, you'll know that I, like, am dead serious about losing weight right now. Like, I am on a fitness, not kick, I'm motivated, I'm dead serious about it, and I'm gonna do it. And like, I'm doing it. I made this Valentine's Day video for my husband, and there's a picture of me, and it was probably like 30 pounds ago. And I looked friggin' good. I looked so good. And do you know, back then, like, I still felt like I was really heavy. And it's just, I'm telling you, from being bullied years and years and years, like, even though I feel good about myself, I don't know that whispering will ever fully go away. You know what I mean? So even though I'm okay with looking the way I do, like, I don't go out in public and be like, oh my God, people are gonna think I'm fat. But, you know, I still know I'm not healthy right now. Like, I need to lose weight. But looking back on that picture that I found, I was like, damn, I look so friggin' good. So that's where I want to be. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I am on a fitness kick. So you know what, let's turn this around and start being way more positive. We're halfway down our face. This is the point that we're going to turn around and be positive. So let me know if you guys love if there's any, like, fitness channels that you absolutely love, or people on Snapchat that are fitness related, or just motivational. You know, it doesn't even have to be like fitness, just people who are, like, body positive. Because there is no way you're gonna lose weight by talking to yourself in a bad way. Like, I know, I've done it enough times where it's like, you got to be positive. You got to think you're great and encourage yourself. Or let me know if you guys have any tips. And by the way, I really, really, really want to do a Q&A video. Like, I really do. but I just don't know if enough of you are gonna ask me questions. I'm just like, I want to do it, but you know how people will like put it on Snapchat and then like an hour later they'll have 100 questions? Well, I know that's not gonna happen in my life at this point, but still, why don't you guys, if you want me to do a Q&A video, leave me questions on this video, and then I'll also, you know, put it out there on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat and wherever, and we'll see how many questions I get. You know, I'll answer anything. You know, honestly, a year ago, I don't know that I could have done this during a rant and had it come out looking this good. So I think I look good right now. And you know what? You guys should compliment yourself too. And I have mentioned that before. Sometimes it's important to compliment yourself and feel good and be okay with saying I look good. You know, a lot of us, I know me, sometimes I don't want to be seen as not being humble. Do you know? You know what I mean? So, and I'm sure a lot of you are like that. And so you feel like, well, if I say I look good, then that means I'm not humble. But it's fine to say you look good and you look beautiful and I like the way I look today. You know, that's all great. You're allowed to do that. You are allowed to compliment yourself. And in fact, you should compliment yourself. I'm sorry I'm making a lot of noise. Here's what I wanted, eyeliner. So I really hope that you guys are at that point. And if you're not at that point, and I don't know, leave me your comments and I'll tell you you look beautiful, because I'm sure you do. Okay, so where are we? Eyeliner. I almost never do kohl eyeliner. You guys know I almost always do winged liner. Yeah, what do you think of that? And by the way, I know there's gonna be comments in the future. This video is not gonna stop people from saying stuff, and I know that. You know, and every time, I don't think I'm going to come on here and rant. You don't need to worry that I'm gonna be like ranting every time somebody leaves me a bad comment. But, you know, you don't know what people are going through. I'm having a little bit of, you know, stuff going on with my work, and it's a little stressful. Nothing horrible, but I'm a little stressed, and I think it just hit me in a certain way. Okay, I need to put on mascara. Because that would just, like, that would be weird. No mascara. Okay, I've been using this It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara that I got in my Beautylish box. And here's my little mini review on it, because I've been using it for about a week. It does give you very long lashes, like very long lashes. It's not really buildable. Like, once you put on 2 coats, that's about as much as you can do. And even at like 2 coats is a little bit too clumpy. Not too bad. Like, I don't want to say it's terrible, but it's about the limit of clump for me. And then I did try it once, like with like 3 coats, and that was just like super spidery eyelashes. But overall, I do like it a lot. I think it's, you know, for something that's not false eyelashes, it's lengthening. Like, you know, like I've started becoming addicted to false eyelashes, and I need to stop that, because in my day-to-day life, it's just not feasible for me to go around wearing false eyelashes. And I'm still using the MAC Gig Black Lash on my lower eyelashes. And you know what, here's a criticism that I've heard from you guys, and I completely get it. A lot of you are like, you know what, I just can't with 2 mascaras. That's not feasible for me. That's fine. You know, anything I ever talk about that I do, that doesn't mean you have to do it. You do what you want. You do what makes you happy. I'm just telling you like what works for me, and this is what I do. And, but I understand that criticism. So, you know, this is just what I do. You don't have to do it. Well, I feel like I want to keep talking to you, but I know this video is going to be really long, so we're going to have to cut it off here, I think. I did want to just quickly celebrate the fact that I have now surpassed 7,000 subscribers, and I am so excited about that. And thank you so much for each and every one of you that has hit that button, that has commented, and just been so sweet. And the other thing is, with the 7,000 subscribers, I did promise you guys a giveaway. I actually filmed it and I hate the way it turned out. Like, I was just not, I don't know what, oh, you know what it was? It was because like other people were home that day, and whenever other people are home, it's not like I'm not comfortable around my family, but filming in front of them, sometimes I get a little weirded out because I feel like I can't be as crazy as I want to be because I'm disrupting them. So in that giveaway video I filmed, I was just like a little too not so excited. And I was just like, this isn't a good giveaway video. So I'm gonna refilm it and it will be up probably very soon. So that's it. I look good today. See, even I can't even keep a straight face. I'm like, I want to compliment myself, but at the same time, I'm like not that person. You know, I have to be humble with myself too. So, but I do feel like this look is very pretty. So I feel like I look good. So I hope you are feeling great. Thank you for hanging out with me, especially if you made it this far. If you disagree with me, that's fine, no problem. And if you want to part ways, that's fine. I wish you well. But hopefully you guys want to stick around. So I love you. I hope you're feeling great about yourself today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.